Hi, so my name is Satyam and this is day 1 of my interview prep journey, and this is fifth video. I really want to improve on two things. First is problem solving skills and second is my communication. I really want to grasp in these two things so that I don't get fucked in my interviews. Not again I really want to do. And yeah, with that, let's start with the problem. So the problem is the problem called most frequent character, right? So let's try to understand uh, first that what the question is asking, right? Then we will go to the approach, then we will translate our approach to the coding, right? So let's understand the okay, right? So the problem called most frequent character, right? So basically so what do I mean by that? Okay, so basically we need to find a character which occurred most in a given string. Okay, and if characters occurrence ties, right, earliest character will be our most frequent. Okay, so let's understand by example, right? Here um, we know, right, that d is occurred two times, right, and avi occurred one time, so d will be our most frequent character. Okay, so how can we approach this problem, right? So what we can do is we can have our hash map. Hash map is nothing basically, it is a store, right, or it is a container to store some items which basically in key value pairs, right? So a hash map is nothing, right? Just or if you are writing hash map in JavaScript, you can use object. Okay, right? So what we can have is that we can create our hash map of David of a given string, right, with key as a character and a value as their counts, right? So for example, we can make our hash map d has a count of 2, a has a count of 1, v has a count of 1, I has a count of 1, right? So we do have our hash map with character as a key and their count, right? So now we need to find most occurred character, right? So what will be the approach? Okay, so the strategy that I will take is that I what I can do is I'll create a variable called best character, right, which initially will be null, right? And now what we can do is loop is iterate to our map, to the hash map that we have created, right? And so first time the best character will be null, so we need to like assign character when it is first iterated, right? So so what we can do is just have a condition that okay, if best character is a null, right, we can just to assign our first character to the best character, right? So now let's suppose uh, we have done our first iteration. Now we went to second iteration, right? So let's say here our iteration is here. Okay, so now what we can do is okay, so now our best character is d, right, because we have iterated over first item, and now we move to second item. Okay, we, the the logic just would be is that we can just compare, right, that best character in our map and our current character in map, right? Both both we can just compare their count basically. Okay, so for example, so the logic will be current character count is greater than best character count, right? So let's suppose our best character is D, right? Which has a count of 2, and our, let's suppose we are in a second iteration which has a count of 1. So we can just compare if two, if let's say if best character is greater than, or we can just maybe, let's say uh, let's say if current character is greater than best character, right? So they will count of current character and count of best character. So the count of current character in second iteration is 1, right? And count of best character will be 2, right? Because currently the best character is D. So we can just have a condition. If this is true, right, then what we that this means that our best character will be the current character, right? Because our current character is greater than a best character, so we just need to reassign best character to the current character uh, if it is greater than, right, to the best character. So this is just a simple fair our approach that we will take, right? And just now what we can do is translate this to our code. Okay, so I'll do this in JavaScript. Okay, so what we need is to create our hash map, right? Second name count map. Now we can have a variable most or maybe best character. Now iterate now, and third step what we can do is iterate our count map and check which character is most occurred, right? And then just return the best character, right? This we have discussed in our approach. Okay, I'm just writing a comment so we just know the what are the steps that we need to follow, right? So now just we need, so whenever we want to create a uh, hash map, we can just iterate over s, right, or string. For example, let's say count map barabar, we can just reassign with, we can assign with object. Now what we can do is to loop our string, right? We can just loop our string because it has length and we can iterate. And so yeah, for const character of s, right, we can just count map s. So here, because there are possibilities that a character can be occurred multiple times, right? So I'll just have a, I'll do this inline. You can have a if condition and all, but I will just have a shortcut. So if it has, that means we just need to increment, right? If it is not, we can just it s barabar, if it is true, that means we are incrementing. If it is not, we can just have a 1, right? So this is our counter. So let's, what we can do is to cancel our count map, right? So let's see. So what we can do is to have this example, or maybe have this example which is a big string, right? Now run that. Okay, this is 11. Okay, maybe there is some problem because it will be not as, yeah, people make mistakes and I am one of the people. So yeah, it should be fine if count map character, because the key will be character, not a object. Okay, not a string, not a whole string, right? So it's just a minor mistake that I have done. Okay, so now just check it. Okay, so we have our count map, which basically have a string and with their respective count, right? So now this we have done. So first step is done, right? Now what we can do is just have a best character, which we can just initialize with null, right? Now we can just iterate over count map and check which character is most occurred, right? So say for maybe character in count map, right? You can just have count map equal to char, right? And then so we do have a count. So we just need to first check for the first iteration, right? Because first time basically the logic would be is that best character, not really, is we need to check in map with best character, right? Or maybe I can just do that if it is greater than count map best character. If it is, then we can just reassign best character barabar character. So this would be our logic, right? But the problem is that initial our best character is null, right? So this would be fail, right? So that's why we need to check for the null case, right? If it is null, just assign with the character whatever it has, right? So what we can do is to have a or and just add a logic best character if equal to null. So first time, right, it will have this condition returns true, right? And then best character will be our first character on first iteration, right? So now on the second time the condition will check for this. So this would be our solution. More, let's check it first one more time. We have this, right? Best character equal to null or count map character is greater than best character. Yeah, it looks fine. We can just return our best character. So this looks fine. Let's test it. Okay, best character is not defined. Yeah, because we have some typo, which is fine. Not really. I think I need to have test. Yeah. So this is done. I think if we know the approach of this problem, the problem is fairly simple to solve. We need to have some uh, way to like how we approach this problem, right? So yeah, this was my solution for most frequent characters problem. Yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.